We're live on Saturday night. No, it's not Saturday night. What are you talking about? Okay, guys, let me do the usual. I'm gonna make my breakfast, and I was actually working this morning, so I took a little fasting time and haven't eaten yet, which is fine, you know. All right, let's make something special today. Now, there's nobody in the room, clearly, but I will say, let's make something special. Now, some people don't think these smoothies are that special. Like, that's not so special, man. It's like, well, you don't have to think so. I tend to think that fruits and vegetables are just special. I don't know. They're a thing of beauty, but so is nature in general. So I guess just about everything is special to me. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Purium powder to overcome any nutritional deficiency. There's just not enough nutrients in our food, guys. And so that's why I do this Purium. And you know what? It really works a lot better than I expected. I never thought using such powders as a vitamin. You should see the nutrients in this stuff. Maybe one of these days I'll peel back the little label and I'll show you guys. But I've already looked at it and I'm happy with it. And some minerals and other stuff. I mean, I'm just trying to make a really complete meal here. Some people don't agree with the way I do it. Some people are like, oh no, you can't do that. You should not have more than just a few ingredients. And I'm always like, well, you can do your thing, I'll do my thing. It's okay. Don't have to agree on everything, do we? But thanks for the thumbs up, whoever just came in. Good morning to everybody. I think I was saying earlier I was already working this morning, and it kind of slowed me down. And today's supposed to be kind of a quiet day too, of all things. But it's okay. Just another wonderful day. You know, as long as I have my health, and as long as I have electricity, and as long as I got organic produce, and I'm not starving. I guess I'm happy with very little, let's put it that way. But to be honest, I don't feel like I have very little. I'm in abundance right now. I'm in a good time in my life, and that is unusual, you know? Not everybody's at a good point in their lives. I've certainly had some extremely low points in my life, and I probably will have some again in the future, which sucks, you know, because it happens to all of us, right? Life is like a little bit like a roller coaster. Whee! It's like a roller coaster. But I'll just say that for me, you know, I got to say, I am very grateful. I'm very grateful where I'm at right now. Can't really complain, and let's make this magical smoothie that nobody thinks is magical. It's just I'm like the only guy, you know. I'm like, you know what? I love putting this stuff in my body. Why? Well, my body seems to like it. Not that I don't put things in it that my body doesn't like. I do that sometimes too. Good or bad, you know. It's just sometimes I think I try to be good, like, I don't know, 90% of the time. But you know, that's why I'm good. You can actually do bad, you know, you can do the not so good things once in a while, you know? That's how I do it. Doesn't mean that's how you have to do it. That's just how I do it. Okay, let's get some flax seeds. I clearly missed the flax seeds. What in the world? And I also missed the chlorella. Holy Christmas. I totally screwed this one up today. All I did was put Purium. Well, because Purium's so complete these days that I'm actually pretty happy with it. Let's just put a splash. I keep saying I'm not going to buy more chlorella after this. So I'm starting to wonder if I want to keep on using it. I like chlorella. It's very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Complete. Okay, flax seeds is what's next. Morning, says Alicia Gonzalez. I got to make a video today if I have time. I've just been way too busy. And if I do it, I'll try to make it in Spanish and English for you, Alicia. I don't know if you were the person who was requesting Spanish, but it's going to be tricky, but I'm going to try. I probably should have tried a long time ago. You know, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Okay, so we got that going. So always put the powders in first. And what I'm basically doing is mixing the powder with obviously a bunch of vegetables and some fruit, because it's the fiber. See, there's a lot of things that work synergistically. And basically, the fiber, the antioxidants, all these special properties of these fruits and vegetables, which I believe we still don't know about. And I say we don't know about it, meaning like the world of science. Now, I do know that the Japanese have been studying. They study a lot of interesting foods, but mostly right now they're studying the fibers. And yeah, it's one of those things where when things work synergistically, it works a lot better. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm literally speaking to who? Is anybody even in the room? Am I just talking to myself? Oh yeah, there is somebody there. There's a couple of you guys there. So this is just a morning routine for me. The only thing that I had before this was I had 1 liter of hydrogen water again this morning, as usual. First, I brushed my teeth. Then I drank my hydrogen water. And then, of course, I just do the normal, like shaving and washing your face type of stuff. And then after that, I worked for a while. And then now I'm making this smoothie. So this is going to be the first food that enters my body. This is how I break my fast every morning. Yesterday I had dinner. Did I have it in time? I'm trying to remember. I had to have a little later dinner yesterday, which was really disappointing, but it was because I was actually, there was a bunch of people who have cancer and they wanted me to be on a phone call and they wanted to ask me questions. And so I gave them my time. Of course, I did it, for free. I know everybody thinks I should charge, and I probably should, but, I just helped them out. And that took a while. And then eventually I was able to have dinner, but I think I had dinner it was later. I mean, it was later than I'd like. I think I had it by 7 p.m., which means 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that still 16 hours, is it? Really? Did I fast for 16 hours? That doesn't seem quite right. Maybe 14 hours. My math is maybe no good. I'm not super good at math. It's not my thing. Just numbers. Some people are good. Some people are not good at numbers. Okay, let's go with the ginger today. I know that you can do them in different orders. This order is always important one, though, the powder and the greens. All right, it says, don't worry, I understand English, although it is nice hearing you in Spanish. Your accent changes so much. You sound like a different person. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I can do a lot of different accents. I mean, I can't, but some people can. I have a lot of friends who are pretty good at doing different voices. I've never been that good. I mean, I mess around and just make different voices just for fun, just because I get silly. I am a silly guy. I don't know. I like to have fun. That's one of like even like Elon Musk. He seems really silly and I like that. He does like his cars that have like the fart button, which is kind of weird. It's funny. And then they do little light shows and just things that cars would not normally do. And he just has fun. You got to have a little fun with life. It's hard to have fun when you're sick, though, I got to say. When I was sick, I was not in the mood at all to be laughing or to be joking around. I was in way too much pain, way too much pain. And I didn't even want to see people. I didn't want to see people who wanted to be nice to me and try to come and see me. I didn't want to see people because, when people are there, you try to put on a nice face, as they might say. You might try to pretend that you're doing okay. I could not pretend. I'm actually not good at pretending in general. You guys have probably seen some of my videos in the morning when I'm not having a good day and I'm like, hey guys, I'm not good at pretending. I am pretty much what you see is pretty much where I'm at. I think it's pretty obvious if I'm having a good day or a bad day. And in the case of people wanting to visit when I was sick, my gosh, I would tell people like, please don't. And I remember some of my family members would fly from far away to come and see me. I'm like, dude, I told you guys not to come, do not come and see me when I'm like this. I don't have any patience. I couldn't even barely speak. When you're in so much pain, it just wipes you out. Like you just can't talk, you can't move. All you're doing is grimacing like all the time because it was 24/7 pain. I mean, it just didn't stop. And pain pills it'll take you from a 10 to, I don't know, maybe a 9.5. I mean, it was borderline pathetic. I mean, it wouldn't really do almost anything. God, I hate those days. You know, and yeah. So it's one of those things, one of those things. So that's why I am absolutely apparently crazy, according to some people, that I like to take care of my body now. And so look, every morning I do this, what I'm showing you guys right now. I'm cutting the ginger. Yikes. That didn't look so good in there. Oh, really? A little disappointed with this ginger. This little piece here. Let's see if I can salvage a little bit of it. Oh, nope. I thought there was nothing in there, but it still don't look very good. So, you begin to realize, at least me, how important, comment in the section, how important is your health to you? You're like, yeah, it's kind of important, super important, and I know that a lot of people have not, gotten super sick. I mean, people have their issues, but I've seen people have their issues and they live through them. They're like, oh, I got high blood pressure and they got on pills, or I have diabetes and they just either take pills or inject themselves. Oh, I have just a little bit of pain here. Like all these little things that people have, and they can live through them, you know. Craziest part is how people will just rely on pharmaceuticals. Like they don't even try to fix the problem. Like, in my opinion, I'll just say, again, no medical advice, no medical claim. I think that a lot of diabetes can be resolved. Now, type 1's a whole other animal. That's something else. But type 2, you kidding? Totally fix that. But yeah, people are like, nah, I'll just take a pill. I remember this one guy, he has a radio show, and he's got diabetes, and I like his show. So I finally decided to call in. I never call in to those things. And I called in because I was like, dude, you got diabetes. I think your show's great. Do you know about hydrogen? Do you know about this? I'm trying to like help him out actually. And he was just poo-pooing it the whole way. I'm like, dude. He's like, oh, I remember he said, is there actually, name me one place where there's proof? And I'm like, have you ever heard of Nature magazine? I mean, they were like one of the number one most cited. It was. I mean, they call it a magazine, but it's a some type of publication journal or some sort. But basically, it was, I think, the very first place. And they don't put stuff out if it's not real and legitimate. They try to be very accurate. And they did the whole thing on hydrogen. And when I mentioned to him, he just laughed like if it wasn't real. He's like, nature. And then that was that. And I was like, are you serious, kid? What a disappointment. I thought you were open-minded. Should at least look at the data. You're diabetic and you're type 2, but they don't care. People really, I mean, really. And you know what? It's okay. Do I care that they don't care? I mean, it doesn't matter. If people want to take pills and inject themselves for the rest of their life, guess what? Their life. Think I care? I mean, I care about people, and I sincerely want the best for people, and some people don't realize sometimes, because they just listen to their doctors, they don't realize that there might be solutions out there, you know, for whatever issue that they're having, and they don't realize that it could potentially be something they're doing. I'm putting some organic blueberries. Awesome for your vascular system. I'm pretty sure there's tons of other benefits, but that's the big one that I've seen studies on. Berries are amazing. And so, yeah. And you know what? The only reason that it's sad is not that I care. I mean, I certainly have I don't need to be telling people what to do. In fact, I don't like to do that. It's just energy, time consuming. But what I'll say is, I think if people cared more, it would reflect into the world. I think people care, but how much effort are people really willing to put in? Some people put that big effort in. Other people are very exhausted, and I get it. Life's tough, and you have to, in my opinion, like sometimes make sacrifices. I've seen way too many people who are like, they want something, for example, like a fancy car, and they'll just go and grab a loan and get it. And I'm like, uh, and they shouldn't even be buying it because they can't afford it. It's like, and then later on they're in debt and they're just complaining. And it's like, well, you should make some sacrifices. And then what's hilarious is then you got people who will be like, they don't want to spend a little money on cleaning their water. I mean, it's not the most expensive thing. I mean, a really high quality device with the coupon code I have is like 500 something bucks to make the cleanest water ever. some people may be like, 500 and something dollars, that's a ton of money. I'm like, I don't know about you, but I think that's a very small price to pay these days in the day and age that we live in. Basically, toxic world, for clean water. I mean, my body? Are you kidding me? 500 something dollars to bring clean water into my body? I don't know. I have a very different perspective, you know. But that's probably, honestly, it's probably just because of what I've been through. I'm probably just being silly. Maybe I wouldn't care. But you know what? Even when I wasn't sick, you know what? Even when I wasn't sick, I didn't clean my water to the maximum. That's for sure. I was just going to the store buying water where they and then I had water filters throughout the years, like just carbon ones. I didn't know what they were. You know, I didn't know. I didn't research deeply into it. I was certainly no water expert, but I did. You know, I grew up in places where if you drank the water, you die. So I was used to. I feel like I'm cutting a little sushi here or something. Um, you know, so I always had to be cautious of the water I drank. I remember when I was a kid, my father, he almost died so many times, but he almost died drinking the water. He thought he was tough. I remember that. He's like, "Are you kidding? I drank black, dirty water from the puddles in Vietnam." You know, my dad was in the Vietnam War thing, and I could drink anything. And then he drank it, and it's like, nope, can't drink anything, Daddy. Kill ya. Almost killed him. That's pretty wild. I don't know. Maybe that stuck with me. It's like, hey, make sure to drink clean water. Who would have ever thought water's that important? Yeah, super important. People are worried. Here, I'm going to put some clean water or hydrogen water into this. Some people are all worried about other things, and me, the thing that concerns me the most is just having energy as far as like electricity these days, clean food and clean water. I mean, clean air would be nice, but can't ask for everything. Isn't that how silly it is? Though I am planning on moving somewhere where I can get some cleaner air. Oh, life's weird, huh? Let's see here. Alicia says, just curious, any updates on Dolores? I loved her testimony. Yeah, she went off the hydrogen and a lot of her stuff started coming back and she started gaining weight. And then I was like, Dolores, how come you're off the hydrogen? And then she started getting back on it last I saw her. And again, she started losing weight and her symptoms were getting better. I'm like, you're doing good again. She goes, I actually saw her and I said, it looks like you're losing weight, Dolores. Are you back on that hydrogen again? And she said, yes. like I can just tell. I can just tell by looking at her. She didn't even have to tell me. Because I remember when she was not on it, I said, Dolores, I didn't want to say, I can tell that you're not on the hydrogen. I just said, are you still drinking your hydrogen? She goes, no, I haven't been. And I was like, it's like, how can you tell? I'm like, I don't know. I can just tell by looking at you. But yeah, when she does it right, she's doing great. Northern Yeti says, I used to get daily migraines, was the same way. Couldn't even talk on the phone. Oh, dude, migraines. Oh, God, I've had some of those. Pain makes people holes. Oh, a-holes. Yeah, you know, maybe that's why there's so many a-holes in the world right now. It has nothing to do, maybe they're just being pushed to the limit. That's what I think too. And people, I mean, you know, the government sucks us dry and doesn't create a good system for us, and they clearly don't love us. I mean, you know, they don't really truly care, I don't think, personally. You know, people are so selfish. You know, okay, natto, magic ingredient. I think you guys have seen this by now. Wow, look at that. Everybody's gone. We only got 3 people in here. Okay, I must be doing something wrong, right? People don't like the videos. And you know what? What else could I do? I mean, this is just my morning routine. Maybe people are like, okay, I think I've seen enough smoothie videos. Yeah, I mean, you know. Do you notice symptoms usually come back quickly after stopping hydrogen, like a rebound effect? No, not quickly. I can give you an example. My father, he went off the hydrogen for like 4 or 5 months one time because he was doing a lot of traveling. He was staying in places for long periods of time. I remember that. And I think his arthritis pain started coming back after about the 4 or 5 month mark. So it took a while. And then who was it? There was a woman who had celiac disease, and boy, she was doing amazing with the hydrogen. She said it just changed her life. She couldn't believe it. She's like, she had so many problems with celiac disease. And she couldn't believe that it actually worked because she had spent so much money on so many things throughout the years. and she didn't. I don't know if she really thought the hydrogen would work or not, but it definitely worked for her. And she contacted me and she was like, "This is incredible." And then she went off of it for, I think it took 6 to 8 months for her celiac to go away. And then she was off of it for, she went crazy. She said she just went hog wild, started eating things she could never eat before. She was feeling great. And then somehow, I don't know why she didn't do her hydrogen. So she got rid of her issues in 6 to 8 months. And then they came back within, it's like 2.5 months or something, 3 months, something like that. And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, I got to get back on serious on the hydrogen protocol. And I got to, make sure that I'm doing it all quote unquote correctly and stop eating all these garbage foods and all this stuff." So she got back on the right thing. And then her stuff eventually apparently went away again. So, look, you know what it is? People oftentimes are like, "Well, what? Do I have to use hydrogen forever?" You have to think about it this way. Okay, do you have to drink clean water forever? I mean, what happens the moment you stop drinking clean water, you know? And not just that, what about eating healthy? So let's say you eat healthy for 6 to 8 months, you lose some weight, your blood glucose is better, your diabetes or whatever, maybe your cholesterol's better, blood pressure, whatever, right? You start getting all good, and then you start eating unhealthy again. You're like, "Well, what? Couldn't I just eat unhealthy? I mean, eat healthy for a while and fix all my problems and then that's it?" No. I keep trying to explain to people, this is a lifestyle. Your life, it's whatever you do every single day. You work out, you get in killer shape, and you're like, "Are you telling me I have to work out for the rest of my life? You telling me that I just can't get in shape and then stop?" It's like, life doesn't work that way. That's why people, it's funny with the whole hydrogen question. They ask me questions like that. And that's the whole reason, to be honest, that you need, if you're going to do the hydrogen thing and the water thing, you need to get good equipment that's going to last a long time. It's actually going to be cheaper in the long term because you're going to be using it for the regular. I mean, I use mine every single morning. I mean, I already had mine this morning, and we're going to put some in the smoothie just for the heck of it because, I have some. A little mustard packet, got to put that away. You know, just stuff like that, guys. What can I tell you? Is it the most complicated thing in the world? I don't think so. Let's see what else is in the fridge. What can I put in my smoothie? Let's go with, bananas. That's what I want to put. Oh, no. Can you believe this? I don't have any bananas. I'll tell you what, that's bananas. Okay, I'll be right back. Keep you in my ear. So, what my father did, because everybody has, what they feel is their limit of what they can do. Personally, I can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing. But my father, I remember my father, he just drinks the hydrogen water in the morning. Like he really loads up on it the way that I, would suggest, or the way that I would do it. And you know what? Since I'm down here, I guess blueberries, I was kind of low. And he does that, and that's great. And it's, and then he does drink it, throughout the day. He's been doing more inhalation lately, which he didn't do before. Got a bunch of stuff down here I should probably be using. I see a lot of food. And yeah, there's just he did that, and it really works. You just have to stay at least on the water routine. Clean water, hydrogen. I mean, just that makes such a difference. More than I would have expected. And that's the way it is. Is it something you're going to want to take forever? Again, just like nutrients. I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to take my D3 forever. I might take breaks from it. I think I'm going to have to when I actually go to Nippon, when I go to Japan. These bananas are smaller, but you know what? That's okay. I'm going to use, I think I got a bad spot on here. I think I'm going to use 2 small ones today. Sometimes I do 2 big ones if you've noticed, but let's go with a small one. There we go. You know what? Now that I think about it, I just realized I didn't put any raisins in there, which is okay. I didn't need to have raisins in there. And I didn't soak my walnuts in. Gosh dang it. I've been so busy, guys, I gotta tell you. But I'm still gonna put some in just because I like them. They taste good. They make the smoothie just like a little creamier and richer from the natural oils. We know, oh no, I hate dropping stuff on the floor. Now I gotta rinse it. And a lot of good, well, it's anti-cancerous too. But honestly, I just like the taste of the walnuts. I mean, yeah, there's benefits to your health, and I mean that's my trick. Literally, as silly as it may sound, and I don't even think there's got to be people out there really good at it. I don't think I'm good at it, but I found a way to make it work for me, which is I try to have the things that I want, but in a healthy way. So I got to find creative ways. I'm going to keep this guy here. Who knows? Maybe I'll put 3 bananas in here based on what they're looking like. They look like they're going to go bad, and they're a little small too. And your little dog too. I haven't seen that for a long time. Was that the Wizard of Oz? I don't remember. I'll tell you one thing. I'm happy to have celery here today. I love my celery. It's really grown on me. I mean, I was never a huge fan of celery. All I remember about celery is they would put peanut butter in it. Tell you to eat it, and I was like, I don't really like celery. And I've never really been a big fan. And now, could I just eat it just the way it is? Yeah, I could. I'd probably be okay with that. But in the smoothie, I like it because it's almost like adding salt to food. The celery seems to have like this kind of like mineral, natural kind of salt to it. And it just brings a little flavor, kind of like salt. Just brings a little flavor on the smoothie. I just kind of like it. Definitely something you want organic. There's certain foods that, I mean, I try to get it all organic regardless. Yeah, it costs me extra, but you know what? It's just me. I just have a very, very hard time putting a price on my life these days. And that's just me, right? It's just because of probably what I went through. Maybe not everybody's going to go through what I went through, of course. I was a dummy. I abused my body. I did a lot of things mentally too. I mean, the Japanese also did a study on how stress affects the body, and it is bad, so bad. Literally, they were saying that it's worse than like a lot of, now, again, this is not medical advice or claims because I want people to be cautious out there, but it's just worse than, I'll just say, like I was about to say something else and that would probably get me in trouble. So let me say it's worse than a lot of things. I mean, like it could potentially be worse than, dare I say, smoking or drinking or, I don't know, drugs. I don't know. I'm not saying that you should, be like, well, then I better drink and smoke to keep my stress levels down, which a lot of people do, and I get it. It's not like I'm immune from that, and I like enjoying time with friends, and a lot of my friends like beer, you know. I used to be more of a beer fan. I still enjoy it though. I mean, beer's yummy. I like beer sometimes. It depends on the beer too, though. I'm not really a fan of the cheap stuff, like Budweiser or whatever, But hey, if you're hanging out with good company, I mean, those little moments in life. See, that's the thing. I try to be well rounded. I don't mind doing something every once in a while. It's the stuff where you eat, your cheeseburger every day or your deep fried or stir fried food or your processed food every day. Like I try to do the best I can daily. So when I have a bad day, not that I had a bad day, but I mean, if I have a day where I'm gonna cheat a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. I have some family members who actually are like that. They're like, we're gonna try to be healthy, and then one of my brothers is, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna have one of these little quote unquote cheat days today or something. You know what? What order am I gonna put this in right now? I'm debating actually because okay, let's go chia seeds. These are soaked in very clean hydrogen water. And you know what? I need to actually make more. I can see this already. Let's just use them all up and let's just make some right now on camera for you. I don't know if I need to make a video about it. I've done it many times on camera for you guys, but I thought it was, well, it's not super self-explanatory. Kind of is, but not totally. If you don't do it right, they clump up and it turns into a mess. Look, they can be messy, but I'll tell you, chia seeds are amazing and they're cheap. Anything that I can do that's good for me that is affordable on the regular is kind of nice. Okay. Alicia says, do you notice symptoms usually come back? Oh, quickly. No, I don't know about quickly. I would say it depends. It depends how long you had your issues. It depends how long it took for them to go away. It just depends on a lot of factors, really. But I would always say a good rule of thumb is always, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe 8. Okay, so we put clean water or hydrogen water like that to make the chia. Let me go grab the chia seeds. Some people use the chia seeds completely dry, and that's fine, but I'm telling you, that is, oh, are you kidding me? Am I out of chia seeds? Wow, I really go through this stuff, don't I? Hey, at least it's all going in my body. You know what? I think I have another bag. I'm gonna have to go look now. And I'm gonna have to keep this scoop because you know what? I can't pour it in there right now because let me go grab the other bag because if you pour it in and then you let it sit, it gets all clumped up and turns into a mess. And then you can't unclog it all. And then when it's all clumped up, it doesn't actually soak the water. So you get a little soaking, and then by the time you start using them, they start like, how would I say, I do have one more bag. Guess that means I gotta go shopping. Gosh dang it. Not what I wanted to do today. I probably don't need to go shopping today, actually. I got this whole bag. It'll last me a little longer. Organic chia seeds, guys, rich in calcium, omega-3s, fiber, iron. It is gluten-free. Boy, does it have a lot of calcium and a lot of iron and potassium. And a bunch of protein, my goodness, and no sugars. And then some people are going to freak out because like, but it's got carbohydrates. Oh my goodness, guys. I need to stop with that carbohydrate thing. You just need to take in the right type of carbohydrates. You can't just throw all carbohydrates under the bus. But you can do whatever you want. Some people are like, no, I'm on a keto diet. All I eat is meat. All I eat is eggs or whatever. No carbs. I don't think carbs are evil personally. I just think it depends on which carb. That's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm a crazy dummy, right? Maybe everybody else is right. But to be honest, have you seen the data on long-term research in regards to the keto diet? That's the funniest thing to me. I can't believe people recommend it, considering the long-term data. It's really, really wild because it's not very good for you in the long term. It's bad for your kidneys. Okay, so now we got a fresh bag of chia. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love it. Let's just go with like, I don't know, 2, 3 scoops, maybe a little half. Okay, this is important here. I can't wait too long. I gotta immediately put the other half of the water in here. And even if it's hydrogen water or clean water, doesn't matter. I know we're going to shake it up. We might lose it. And you don't have to use hydrogen water for everything. Mostly the most important part is to just drink it and inhale it. Those are kind of the important ones. Okay, so let's do this. It's going to leak, I can tell. Okay, immediately start shaking. Immediately. If you don't start shaking immediately, it's going to get all clumped up. All right. Let's see here. And as I shake it, what's next? Carrots are next. So I'll set it down periodically, and then I'll try to pick it up periodically. You'll see it settle. If it starts settling, somebody remind me. Not that I can hear you guys because I'm kind of focused on the smoothie. You know what's funny is I wish you guys could I wish there was a little button you guys could hit that would sound like a little horn, like meep meep or something. I'm like, oh, like if there's a message that somebody's like, I asked a question and you haven't answered it and I really got to go. Please read the screen or something. I don't know. Something to get my attention would be interesting. But I got to look at the screen constantly to make sure that somebody didn't have a question. That's kind of cute. These carrots. Look at this one. Ooh, this is a pretty one. You know why? Because I don't have to peel a bunch of bad spots. It just has a few little pieces. I'm going to peel a little bit, just a little here, a little there. Nothing crazy. Oh, nice carrot today. I'm happy with this one today. It's less work for me. And I just like when they don't have a bunch of little disease stuff on it. Then I'm like sitting here peeling a carrot for 5 minutes. So it only took 5 seconds. Saves me a lot of time. Okay, today's video is probably going to be short, guys. Just an FYI. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Have you helped someone with H. pylori? And do you notice H. pylori? H. pylori, yes, but it was a while ago. That was years ago. We are talking about obviously bacteria I think personally, this is my opinion about the gut. I'll just tell you how, in my opinion, you can fix almost any gut issue. Now, remember, this is not medical advice. It's certainly not a medical claim. Um, you know what's funny? Somebody was asking me actually about this John Ellis water yesterday. And I'm like, it's silly, is what it is. And I can't believe the claims that guy makes. I mean, he's claiming he fixes everything. He's like, oh, HIV, no problem. Cancer, no problem. Diabetes, no problem. Like everything under the sun. You should see his website. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I want it to be open-minded because I'm always open-minded. And I look deep into it, and clearly it doesn't do everything he's claiming it to do. And I just can't believe he gets away with that. He's been doing it for years. This poor woman just bought one of those things for a ridiculous amount of money. And in my opinion, his little silly little device is nothing really special, to be honest. They probably cost, I don't know, he sells them for thousands of dollars. And they're kind of a glorified distiller, really. And not a very good one at that. Somebody was asking about it yesterday for cancer. I'm like, I wouldn't put all your hopes into that. Just an FYI. Can't believe that people can do that. Here I get in trouble for making a few silly little stupid comments on YouTube, and this guy's claiming to cure every disease under the sun. It's crazy. Totally crazy. And the stuff I said was actually true, because I ended up having to prove that I was right, and I did. And, in fact, I was more right than even I realized. I knew I was right, but it was like the thing I was talking about, which I'm not going to talk about now because I don't need to be putting myself through more work. But yeah, it was actually worse than what I had said. Because people always ask me, I'll just say that a lot of people ask me questions about a lot of hydrogen stuff out there, hydrogen products, and trying to tell people the truth about them. And then somebody got mad, and then it turned out that what I had said was, like I said, it was actually correct, but actually worse than even what I had originally said. So their product was not good. Got to be careful with hydrogen stuff, in my opinion, guys. In my opinion. Oh, see, this is settling, guys. Nobody told me. Keep shaking the chia seeds. See, this is why I wanted a little horn. Beep, beep. Don't forget the chia seeds. Shake this up a little bit. Let's see if anybody said anything. Nope. Nobody said a word. Is anybody even listening? Should I just stop the video? Maybe I should. Okay, I'm just gonna put this banana. Today's, like I said, today's gonna be a short day. I think I'm gonna finish up this smoothie. Almost nobody cares today. Maybe everybody's busy. Wow, look at that. It looks like I could fit another banana in there. And they are kind of small. And they're going bad. So, okay, I'll put another banana in there. Which one? Which is the worst one? Any ideas? Which is the worst banana? I'm going to go with the worst one. Okay, let's see here how bad this guy is. Let's see, maybe he'll surprise us and be all beautiful inside. Ooh, pretty good. Not as bad as I thought. Let's put that piece in there. And see if there's any goodness left in here. The cooking show. The smoothie show. Wow, okay. Look at that. This banana surprised me. Kind of surprised me. Kind of like an old clunker that just won't die and will keep on running, and the engine's just fantastic. It'll surprise you. I had a car like that once. I used to call him Brahm. I never named the car really before, but I named that guy. I named him because when you'd start him up, he sounded like this. Brahm, 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 Brahm. That's why I called him Brahm. He was so beat up, but I'll tell you, he ran so good. It was an old Toyota. Okay, like I said, nobody cares today. What's going on with today? Let's see. Don't forget to shake the chia seeds. Yeah, a little late. I'm listening in the background, says Alice. Don't forget to answer my question about the gut bacteria. Oh, sorry, Alicia. That's right. You're right. You're right. All right, all right, all right. You guys want to see my Matthew McConaughey impression? All right, all right, all right. And that was it. Yay. Okay, I think this is good enough. Once they're good enough, then they're settled in. I'm gonna go and put them in the refrigerator. Should be good enough. So yeah, in my opinion, if you really want to fix the gut, you got to put things in the gut that are good, meaning the body likes fruits and vegetables, the fibers from fruits and vegetables. Don't put any garbage processed foods. I would stay away from a lot of grains. Like probably the only carb I would probably eat as far as grains and whatever would just be like rice. Just a little bit of a steamed white rice, but lots of vegetables, no fried food, no stir fry, no pan fried, and absolutely no meat. When you're trying to get rid of some type of bacterial growth, yeah, you don't want to be putting meat in your system. Meat is not the best thing for the gut. It doesn't feed good bacteria. If anything, it tends to feed the bad gut bacteria. And let's finish this, put a little bit more water in here. And of course, you want to make sure that you overcome all nutritional deficiencies. You'd be surprised, especially with infections. Hydrogen's amazing for infections. I should say I'm not making any claims, but I've seen incredible stuff for the gut health with hydrogen. Obviously, for H. pylori, I would definitely be using hydrogen and really, really clean water. And we got some magic ingredients coming up here, guys. Not that anybody cares. There's literally nobody in here. No oatmeal. If you have H. pylori, I wouldn't. You want to kind of, and I would also use, gosh, there's certain things that, and I don't even want you guys to type them in there. You could drink ozone water, actually would be good for something like that in the mornings only. Something to kill there. I was thinking of another thing that kills things, but I can't say that product because it's just too much scrutiny. I'm putting minerals, and I wouldn't even. Please don't type it in there. I'll give you one clue. It starts with an M as in Mary. But anyway, forget that product because you don't really need it, I guess. You just need to really change your daily habits. Fasting is extremely good for getting your body in the right direction. Okay, let's blend this up. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let's see here. I'll be right there. Sorry, I'm letting it blend here. Let's see here. That sounds pretty good. Let it settle for a second. I'm gonna take out this compost, and then we'll talk about H. pylori, I guess. And I'm not sure what makes you think you have that infection. I don't know what your symptoms are. Oh goodness, I keep forgetting about my compost bucket. This is so cool. It's raining. I'm gonna need to take that out. But I will say hydrogen's amazing for infections. That's one of the guy who created the machine. He literally built it because his daughter kept getting lung infections constantly due to this disease that she has, Lou Gehrig's disease. And he said it's just completely night and day after he created that machine for her. What's going on here? Duck. Oh, there it is. This doesn't fit in here. Okay, take that out. Okay, let's put a little hydrogen water in these guys, and then we'll finally. A lot to blend through. Yep. You know what? Let's see here. What am I going to do here? I actually want to see one of these jars today. I don't need 2 jars today. Okay, we're going to make some magic ingredients here in a second. Let's finish it. So I can get to breakfast. Hang on. You can do it, blender. I can hear it struggling. There we go. Alright, I think I think that should be good enough. If it starts getting chunky, like a chunky monkey, hope this doesn't explode in my face. It was pretty full today. Oh, wow. Like a baked cake. So perfect. Unbelievable. Love this. Look at this. Oh, wait. You know, I almost poured a full jar. That would have been a mistake. Because we got more magic ingredients to add, people. More magic, more magic, more magic. Okay. Mmm. Taste the walnuts in that one. So you can see the color difference because of the walnuts. Okay, let's go with ionic zinc today. Ionic zinc. I'm already getting plenty of zinc from that Purium in my diet, so I'm just going to put like 1 squirt in each one of these, even though I'm supposed to do more than that. I think I'm supposed to do 4, but I got plenty of zinc. If I take too much of that zinc, honestly, it'll probably give me the runs. I did the other day. I just put 4 pumps, and I just get too much of it in my diet already. D3K2. This is just always. This is always a given. I got to have my D3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 drops equals 5,000 IUs. I'm putting 5 drops, whatever. This one, chlorophyll. I wouldn't normally buy this. I mean, it's awesome. I get plenty of greens and plenty of vegetables in my diet, but this was actually sent to me by the company, and I was like, hey, I'll try it. And you know what? It looks, look at this thing. It's like amazing. I'm going to make a smiley face in here. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This stuff, I'm going to put a little extra today just for the heck of it. This stuff is so potent. I'll tell you, this thing will stain everything. Super, 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 super potent. The reason we pour halfway is because now, as beautiful as those little green dots look, I'm going to mix them up like this. I don't know. Can you believe I do this every day? Does that seem weird? I'm bringing that up because people who know me think it's weird. They're like, dude, you're still doing that? Are you kidding me right now? Well, I mean, what else am I going to make for breakfast? What else am I going to make? What are my options here? Pancakes? I used to make a lot of pancakes. What else? What are my options? Cereal? Oatmeal? I need some fruits and vegetables. That's what I need. That's what I need. Doesn't mean everybody has to agree. Okay, I'm going to seal this jar up today, just for the heck of it. Let's seal that sucker up. Now this one, still more magic ingredients. Okay, you guys know the drill. I can tell that it's only the regulars today because there's like nobody in here. I must be bored. You know what? I must have achieved boredom. I really got people bored of seeing these smoothie videos. Steak and eggs for breakfast? Oh my goodness. See what I mean? I mean, can you imagine? I mean, that's fine. That's what people want to eat. I know a lot of people who do. I mean, you could eat eggs every day. That's what my dad does. Eggs every single morning. I'm like, Dad, this is not good. He's like, let me do whatever I want to do. And I'm like, okay, Dad. My goodness. You know what? I got to go shopping. I'm out of hemp hearts. I'm out of chia seeds. I better make a list. Check it twice, just like Santa Claus. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and try this sucker, even though this is not the last ingredient. That's good. Alicia says oregano oil could help. Yeah, but you are talking about, I mean, if you have do you have an infection? I mean, is that what's going on? Do you have a serious infection? What are your symptoms? I mean, you're technically asking me for medical advice, which I don't like to give. And I don't even really know what you know if you're certain. Okay, this is nice and sealed. Boy, that's a good smoothie already. Tastes good. I can tell already. Let's go ahead and have our, like nobody here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Probably be a lot faster if I didn't make these videos, huh? It's trying to do them to be nice, but I'm not sure it's helping. I guess I could just stop. This is what, day 8, I think? Day 8. Well, I've been doing these videos much longer, but I didn't start putting the days on there. I started putting the days on there. I don't know. If you guys enjoy them, I would keep doing them, but I'm not sure people are enjoying them because the viewership just keeps going down. And that must mean like, okay, we've seen enough smoothies, dude. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm literally just showing you what I do in the mornings. That's all I'm doing. Let's take out this earpiece. Okay. H. pylori. Usually you fix H. pylori, if I remember correctly, just with some antibiotics. And I know people are like, oh no, antibiotics. Just get rid of the infection and then start living a healthy lifestyle. You know? I think maybe we can get rid of it naturally. Let's see. I do think oregano is a good one. But I think it depends on how bad your symptoms are, really. You know, like I said, I find hydrogen to just be so helpful, even with people who get infections often. I have family members who would get infections often, and they would use the hydrogen, and then they just don't get them anymore. No oatmeal. I'm not against oatmeal. I would have my smoothie. First is the hydrogen water, then it's a smoothie. And then if I wanted to later in the day, I could have oatmeal. If I'm gonna do something very labor intensive. And then you could have a healthy dinner. I'm not against oatmeal at all. At all. I just not a fan for first thing in the morning. I like soaking oatmeal a long time too to really get that water in there. How long since you've been eating the smoothies? How long have I been doing smoothies? I mean, years. I'm thinking, how many years now? 4 years, maybe? I don't know. I guess now that I think about it, I can't believe I've been doing it that long. Leonard says steak and eggs. You know, imagine what that makes your colon look like. You know, constant steak and eggs. Fiber sweeps through there. You know, you could put oats in the smoothie. There might be a little bit in some of the powders I use, but I mean, I really wouldn't just put oats in there. Excuse me, I got something done the wrong windpipe here. Yeah. Alice, I actually don't get bored watching these smoothie videos. I guess you're one of the few, because there's not that many people in here. I mean, this is my morning. I can't make it that much more exciting. What if you just put oats in the smoothie? Just oats? Like just an oat smoothie? I mean, look, you know what? I don't know if you guys are trying to ask real questions or if you're just trying to like, I don't know, be silly. I don't get it. It's like, I don't even get this question. What are you trying to, I mean, I don't know what you're trying to achieve, Leonard. You just want to put oatmeal in a smoothie? I don't get it. I mean, the purpose of the smoothie is for fruits and vegetables. I mean, that's the purpose of it. And minerals, combined with fiber that is from fruits and vegetables. I mean, that's the whole purpose. Beyond that, if you want to have oatmeal, have oatmeal. If you want to have it later, no, add oats to your smoothie. No, I'm not going to add any oats to my smoothie. That's not what I'm looking to do. I don't want too many oats in my life. I mean, I don't mind, there's a little bit, but I don't need to be adding extra. Let me check something real quick. Hold on. Let me see. You know, I don't know. I get this, I don't mind answering questions. Sometimes I feel like the questions I've been getting, like I got this guy ask me questions all morning about heating hydrogen water, and I kept saying like, I kept telling him the answer, and he kept asking me like, I don't want to say dumb questions, but at some point I was like, dude, I'm like, don't heat up your hydrogen water. Heating it up, you're gonna lose the hydrogen. He's like, well, what if I make hot tea? I'm like, I think that falls under heating hydrogen. He's like, what about coffee? What about coffee? At some point I was like, okay, dude. So some of the ingredients in the Purium, which is what I'm looking at, the one that I like is the Power Shake. I mean, look at the nutrients, my goodness. I mean, holy cow, super rich in vitamin K, iron, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, magnesium. Boy, I really got something in my throat. Anyway, a bunch of good nutrients. As far as like the ingredients, it's got like, it does have organic oats. So there are some oats already in this. Are they a ton? I'm gonna assume there's not a ton. That's why I don't need to add extra stuff. It's already in here. But they have a organic rice bran. But then, of course, they got organic spirulina and millet and carrot juice and wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is amazing. Amaranth, alfalfa leaf. And by the way, everything's organic. I just didn't want to say organic this, organic that. Oat grass. Some more grass. It's got quinoa. See, there you go. Raspberry flavor, apple flavor. Luo berry extract. And chia seeds. Oh, so I got chia seeds in it. But yeah, nutritionally, this is really good, and it's from food. And so I guess it has already a little bit of oats in it, apparently. I thought it might. Tastes good today. Let's see here. Leonard said, gotcha. Yeah, it's all about the fruits and vegetables, guys. And seeds. Chia seeds, flax seeds, walnuts. So it's seeds, nuts, fruits, vegetables. And I guess some little bit of oats in the powder. It's quite really good today. I think what's making I went down the wrong windpipe, and then the ginger is spicy. So when I went down the wrong windpipe, it kind of got me. Well, guys, I think this is a short video. I'm gonna try to finish this today, and get on with the day-to-day. Got probably some things I really got to do, especially grocery shopping. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the next one. I guess I'll give you a couple seconds to ask any last questions, if anybody has any last questions. Okay, I don't see none. Okay, guys.